We had this dream over 10 years ago of building a new facility, and we're just honored to be here today. I want to thank Timberline Constructors and Mark Strong and his outfit for developing the design, and Timberline for putting up with us and doing all the construction work, and all the donors. I mean, this would not have happened without the folks stepping forward and donating the materials and the finances to construct this building. TFA came here in 1949 from College Station. At that time, we were housed with the Texas Forest Service, and came over to Lufkin, and this has been our home since 1949. The old building, it was on this site where we're standing, was constructed and dedicated in '67. And I'm pleased to say that the old building didn't go in the landfill. It was cut in half and moved down the road about 5 miles, and it's being used for another office building. And we're pleased with that, because that was our home for 48 years. But with the construction of this new building, it's going to serve our education and training needs for a long time to come. And we've got some folks that want to make some comments. Before I call on the first speaker, though, let me recognize Daniel Alders. He's representing Senator Cruz. Where are you, Daniel? You raise your hand. He's back here. And then Ernest Bales. Where are you, Ernest? He's running for District 18. There he is over there. He's running for State Representative District 18 that is vacated because of John Alto retiring. But he's in a runoff next month. And Ernest is a life member of TFA. So we're glad he's up here today. All right, with that little bit of housekeeping there, let me call on Mark Hicks, Mayor Pro Tem of Lufkin, to come forward and say a few words. Mark, where are you? There you go. All right.
Hope everybody's doing well today. As Ron said, my name is Mark Hicks. I'm Mayor Pro Tem, City of Lufkin. Bear with me, I don't do this a whole lot, but our mayor's undergoing neck surgery today, so I'm filling in, taking his place, learning how these welcomes go. But if you traveled to Lufkin today, or maybe you're a resident here, we want to welcome you and hope you're enjoying your stay. Maybe you'll decide to spend the night, go fishing in one of the fine lakes here, spend a little money in town at one of our many shops, visit our downtown. We've got a lot of great folks here in Lufkin. I see a lot of familiar faces today. This is a great community. I've actually been involved here with the Texas Forestry Museum and the TFA. Ron and I go way back to the Boy Scouts. Yeah, way back in the day. And I see Frank Shockley out there too. He's usually the guy here telling me what's going on now. Anyway, just want to welcome you here. The TFA is a great organization. We're glad that they're here in the city of Lufkin. Been here for many years. I was talking to Ron earlier this morning on the phone and said they'd actually been here at this site for a little over 40 years. So I guess it is time for a new building. It's a beautiful facility. I couldn't be more excited. They definitely provide economic impact here in Lufkin. They have meetings here. They bring folks into town, and we always appreciate that. And we want to support our local organizations and businesses. So thank you again for coming out. And I guess we'll get a tour here after dedication. So thank you again.
Thanks, Mark. I missed Dawn Glover. Dawn, stand up, raise your hand. She's representing Senator Robert Nichols. So we're glad you're here. All right, my boss this year, Mike Hamilton, he's our president with Resource Management Services. So Mike, come on forward.
Thank you, Ron. It's a great day, isn't it? Man, what a day it is. It's a great honor to serve as TFA's president for this year, and to celebrate the start of a new chapter in the 102-year history of the Texas Forestry Association. TFA is a private nonprofit trade association supported by 3,000 members, and those members are logging contractors, forest landowners, professional foresters, various mills, and other support businesses associated with the woods products industry here in East Texas. I want to thank the many members who have not only gave financially in support of this new facility, but all those who have added those special touches, such as this bench over here that she's sitting on. Isn't that great? Donor wall plaque that we'll see shortly, and a speaker podium right here. Now, those special touches contribute to the completion and success of this project. I would also like to thank the Forestry Museum, which is over here, for sharing their offices with the TFA staff while this old building was hauled away and this building was being constructed. So they housed over there, and really appreciate their hospitality on in their offices. So. Also, I'd like to thank East Texas Printing. They provided a lot of temporary storage for the various many office items that were in the old building that had to have a home for a little while until this office got built. So I appreciate their hospitality on providing that storage space. After the ribbon cutting, I encourage you to tour the facility if you haven't done so far. In the boardroom. The boardroom is fantastic. It's a beautiful room. And also you'll see the various uses of the wood that many of our members have donated. This facility is built from the forest of East Texas. And the lumber and the panels that were in this building were also milled here in East Texas. So it's a locally funded, supplied, donated building. I'd like to thank you once again for being here today. And if you're not currently a TFA member and would like to become one, the TFA staff here would be more than happy to visit with you as you tour the building. So, appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mike. All right, Mike is president of TFA, but we also have a 501c3 education foundation. And the president of that is James Hauser. James?
Thank you, Ron. We've all been given scripts that we were supposed to stick to, and just more down. Susan's out directing everything already still, so. But anyway, I'm going to go off script a little bit. Certainly, you understand the importance and the significance of this organization in East Texas and the industry, and actually in the United States. We've been fortunate and blessed to have so many people involved in this building. If you look on the donor wall, there's over 150 names of people donating over $1,000 each, but the number of man hours and committee time and hours is just immeasurable. And I appreciate all those who worked on it, all the donations of all the materials to make this a showcase for East Texas forest products. Additionally, we've had opportunities to name different parts of the building. And we put what we call a donation figure, suggested donation figure for those. And almost every one of them were quickly committed. And the only one that was still left was the boardroom. We had a couple individuals who came together and donated the amount that the boardroom had on it. And it was a unanimous decision between those that be dedicated to a very special person. That individual, the whole thing was the brainchild and the vision of that person. He brought this forth, he started it, then I knocked him out of the way and some other committee members, and we took it over because he had other issues going on. But we are proud to be able to name the conference and training room in the name of Tommy and Velma Birch right over here. We thank you for your dedication and your commitment. And I want to just handwrite a sign and put it up there, but Susan wouldn't let me do that. We'll wait for the official one. So, additionally, we also have an individual that has spent over 32 years of their life for this organization, has been our director and leader, and done so many things that we don't know. Vicki and I were talking on the way up here about how to classify this individual, and you would think, I would put it in my head, he's the Billy Graham of East Texas Forestry, as he evangelizes everywhere he goes. And I could say more and more about this individual, but both the board of directors, executive committee and the board of directors of the Texas Forestry Association and the executive board both unanimously came to the decision to dedicate this building to Ronald H. Hufford, our executive director. It's on the sign over here, it's on the plaque. This is something we tried to keep away from him, but he's all over the place and wants to know whatever's going on. So We appreciate you very much, and you don't know how much you have meant to this organization and all of us, not only as a director, but a very good friend for all of us, and we appreciate that very much. Now I'll give the microphone to him and see what he can do.
Wow. I knew they were up to something, but I didn't know exactly what it was. Let me introduce my family. My wife, Shelley. Shelley, raise your hand. There she is. My son, Ryan. My daughter, Rochelle. And my grandson, Parker. And I'm glad you're here with me. And then my staff, they do a great job here. I mean, our organization is members, but we've got a great staff. And Susan, I appreciate you. And there's Pam and Cheryl and David Duran. He's now new on staff. And then Misty Bowie. So without a good staff, an organization doesn't exist, and I've got one of the best. So I appreciate that, and wow, that's unbelievable. I don't know what else to say, but thank you. I'm humbled by this. Bill, I think you're next. Bill, he was our president a couple years ago. He's the associate director at Texas A&M Forest Service. Bill?
Thank you, Ron. TFS has literally a long history of relationship with TFA, going back literally to our beginning in 1915. We were the vision of W. Goodrich Jones, who was considered the father of forestry, and actually started this association. A year later, our agency was created, and basically to deal with the preservation, the conservation, and the protection of the forest resources of the state. Tomorrow, in fact, is the 101st anniversary of the signing of HB 9, which was by then Governor James Ferguson, that created the Texas Forestry Department, which later became known as the Texas A&M Forest Service. Our relationship with TFA has frankly never been stronger, Ron. I think that I can safely say that our state forestry agency has the strongest relationship with any state forestry association anywhere in the country, and I hope that will, and I know that will continue for many, many years. Unfortunately, the director in state forestry, Tom Boggess, couldn't be with us today, but we did provide a little gift of our appreciation. When you go through the board of directors room in there, you'll see some photographs, and Linda Moon has given me a script, so I'm going to get back on script, Linda. It's about the artwork. It's called Space, Time, and Place, East Texas Pine Cones by Sean Dupree. Dupree says these photographs deal with time, space, and place. A presentation of time, past, present, and future, the illusion of space, falling, hovering, rising, and the significance of place, East Texas. As it runs through our veins, embodies our spirit, and passes through our lives. These photographs that you will see today were captured in camera with no Photoshop manipulations. The photographer hopes that the viewer can appreciate the natural beauty of these images and furthermore contemplate our own passage of time, space, and place. Thank you.
Thanks, Bill. And again, I just want to say how much I appreciate everybody for coming out today and helping us with this ribbon cutting ceremony, because this is important. It's important to our future. And just a little bit more is tomorrow we're going to start logger training in here, and there'll be 50 loggers Thursday and Friday, and 75 on Saturday. And next week we've got a convention coming in, the Side American Foresters Texas chapter. There'll be 100 people in that boardroom. So it is economic development. It is bringing people. That's the importance of having an organization in your town. And we see this building serving those training needs for a long time to come. At this time, Jim, you say a few words?
Yeah. Thank you so much, Ron. And we're all here today because of people that back in 1914 had a vision for this association. And not just those people back then, but the people that had a vision for this new facility. And so on behalf of the Lufkin Angelina County Chamber of Commerce, we truly thank you for investing back in the community, providing economic development, and preserving and looking at our forestry, because that is as a business organization, something that's vital to our community as a holistic approach. So Ron, thank you so much for your leadership. Mike, your leadership on the board, and your countless staff and volunteers and community that are here. We thank you for your investment. We thank you for what you've done in Lufkin and Angelina County. And I know it's a wonderful time, Ron, and we'll be cutting some ribbon very shortly. So thank you so much.
I think that's about it. We've got cookies and refreshments in the boardroom. I hope everybody will go through the building and see all the different woods that were used. We did different accent woods in all the buildings, in all the rooms in the building, and there's pine flooring and beaded ceiling in the boardroom, and it's just gorgeous. And again, it's donated. All the framing lumber, the panel products, everything was donated by our members. So enjoy. Where's the staff member?
Yeah, they can fill it.
Pam, Susan, Misty, Stephanie, come on up here.
If you're between these two poles, I can see you, so just make sure to stay in
Ladies, that's
We're gonna take some still shots first, so don't cut the ribbon just yet. Just smile really big. Everybody ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. And on the count of 3, you can cut the ribbon with your fingers. 1, 2, 3.